Hi everyone! Today we are in the beautiful Todmorden in West Yorkshire, which is the hometown of Singletrack Magazine, one of the coolest mountain bike magazine out there. We're gonna head over their office and spend some time with their editor-in-chief, Chipps Chippendale. We're gonna talk about Singletrack history, we're gonna see some very cool stuff, but mainly we're gonna talk about how mountain bike media is evolving. It's going to be very interesting. Come along.
The magazine I was working on at the time, which was Mountain Bike World, that was sort of our idea of a sort of soulful magazine that appealed to people. You know, it was more about the...
It's actually you on the cover.
That's me. There's no helmet.
Yeah?
Our idea of like a magazine about why you ride, not sort of what you ride, and not, it wasn't as much about the bike. It was more about the why and the where and the, you know, with whom, people you were riding with and places you went and things that bikes help you see and feel and stuff. Less appealing for magazine publishers who go, yeah, but how are we going to get more product reviews in here to get more advertisers? It lasted sort of a year and a half in this form. And then at the end of it, the publisher was like, no, we're closing this magazine. We're doing another magazine that just reviews products, that does nothing but review products.
Here is where you build or your bikes. So
Yeah, and some people put the tools away and some people don't.
Yeah, okay.
Meanwhile, there were a bunch of mountain bikers who were also into this new thing, the internet, in the late 90s, who were on the chat boards or whatever they had back in those days. Thought, hey, let's do a website that's a bit like what this print magazine was about, because there's nothing out there anymore that appeals to what we like about mountain biking. It's, you know, we're not into endless product reviews and things. We want to know about where to ride and who the fun people are. And so they'd launched this website called Go Far MTB. The guys who had started that website were being asked by their readers, hey, wouldn't it be great if you did a print magazine? Because back in those days, print magazines were the big thing, and websites were sort of this funny, quirky world, because not many bike companies had websites or whatever. It's really early days of the Wild West of the internet. So they came to see me and said, hey, you know, how about working with us and let's do a magazine. So we were like, okay, let's go all in. We'll do a magazine. We'll do a paper magazine. We'll do it quarterly. We'll have subscribers. We'll have advertisers.
You have Singletrack number 1
I have
here.
Singletrack number 1.
No way.
Which, see, there's an orange and a Pace helmet hair.
No, come on. That's you?
Yeah, when I had hair. Issue 1 of Singletrack came out April Fool's Day.
Really?
Yeah, April Fool's Day 2001, which was in the middle of the foot and mouth disease outbreak that we had.
Okay.
So no one could actually ride mountain bikes in the UK for a few months anyway. So it was either really brilliant timing or terrible timing. I don't know. We launched the website at the same time. And the idea was that the website would do things that websites do well. So it would do news, breaking news, and it would do gossip, forum, chat, and it would do product reviews, and it would do all that sort of, you know, moving pictures and bright lights and all that kind of stuff. And the magazine itself would do things that magazines did well. So it would have big, long, rambling articles, big pictures.
This is the very first issue of
This is issue 1.
Can you see the cover? I can spot bar ends.
Yes.
From the cover.
Bar ends and what brakes? Have they got disc brakes? No disc brakes. And then here we have Amanda.
Hi, hello.
Amanda's our designer, so she makes us look good. And,
Photographer as well?
Yeah, she's sorting out all her gear for Fort William this weekend. So everyone's going tomorrow to Fort William.
You already checked the weather? And?
Rain.
It's Fort William.
Maybe snow?
Not yet.
Cool, we are on the official panel.
There you go. You exist.
Yeah.
So we sold subscriptions based on subscribe to this, it'll be great. Send us
Just this picture.
Yeah, send us £10 and you'll get 5 issues for the price of 4. But we had 450, I think, 500 subscribers
Really?
signed up based on this picture and a list of contributors and just people who wanted something different. We're like, okay, we're an independent magazine, we're not a big publisher.
This is my desk.
Okay.
Yeah. We've got, snack bars, we've got some stickers, some headphones. That's
cool.
good. We have some magazines. There's always a word.
Okay.
Can I eat your brie skin? And this is different every issue. And all of these words come from things people say in the office.
It's a country banger.
Yes. My pizza is still flaccid.
Oh my God.
A titanium bong. One of our longest running employees.
No way.
So
You have
hip flasks,
Singletrack.
Singletrack coffee.
No way. Oh, I do like this one.
There we go.
Yeah, here we
That's
go.
not even a setup.
Exactly. Yeah.
We know our readers reasonably well. We've never claimed to be kind of superhero mountain bikers that are, awesome bike riders, that fast racers and can jump high and do everything. We've always maintained that we are pretty average mountain bikers in a very lucky position that we get access to the bike industry. We get to see cool bikes, but we talk to our readers as we would talk to a friend in the pub. Anyone who can predict that is making it up because no one knows. The world of media in general is changing so quickly that any of the big publishers, they don't know what's going on. And everybody is going, okay, maybe it's podcasts, maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's online, big features, maybe it's small features. So the online world doesn't really know, and I think everyone is just still trying everything. That will continue for another few years, I think, until everyone works out what's going on. And so this is where the proper work gets done. This is Tom and Andy who stare at the matrix. That's their job to do that.
Yeah.
So this is Zoe who makes sure everyone gets paid.
Okay.
Which is very important. And Ross, our ad guy, sits here, and Andy, he's like a staff writer, internet filler. The online world is very ruled currently by Google and Facebook, and as a publisher, it's very hard to earn money online without going through those two. But that may change. I mean, you saw how quickly MySpace disappeared when Facebook came up. MySpace used to be the thing for anyone who was into music, and then it just went boom like that overnight. And maybe that'll happen with Facebook. I don't know. You can never tell. You think, okay, right, everything's established now. It's all settled down, and then someone will come along and there'll be, a sort of Tesla version of Facebook that maybe everyone go, oh, this is far more interesting. You go across there. I can show you my bike. This has 0 millimeters of travel. Yeah. Well, maybe like 3 millimeters of travel.
Okay. Yeah.
It has all the gears. It has 1, 2, and 3.
That's your main bike.
This is my main bike.
Yes.
There's been a lot of democratizing people's of like information. So in all fields, like to use the musical analogy, people can record on their laptop and put a song on the internet. You don't need a publishing deal anymore. You can shoot your own YouTube video with your phone, and you can be a musical star overnight because you've got the same access to the internet as we have. But it's very hard to find that voice in the billions of videos that are going up. So although it's easier to get your music online, or it's easier to get your product reviews online, or your mountain bike vlogs online, there are a few sort of established names, and then everyone else is trying to be them, and there's a huge race to kind of be the next YouTube voice or the next internet, next Facebook page or whatever. And I think that's very hard because those people are trying to be something that's already successful rather than trying to branch out and do something different. Words and pictures come in, and I read through the words and I correct mistakes, and then it goes to a proofreader who corrects even more mistakes, and then they come back and the pages get designed, and then we print out the pages, and then two of us go through with a red pen to find
The fourth time, so you go 4 times
to find errors, and there's still probably a mistake in there. So
it's life.
Sometimes it's a relief to find the mistake, because if you don't find a mistake, you're like, well, there must be one. So have we spelled the single track wrong? Or so we try to make sure that we don't end up in this sort of echo chamber of bike journo talks to bike industry guy who talks to pro racer who talks to bike journo, and you all, and product developer and stuff, and you all kind of hang out and ride bikes together and end up designing something that is only good for bike journos or product developers. We try and make sure that we talk to our readers and we go riding with people that effectively pay all our wages. People who buy stuff in shops and find out what's important to them. So we make a point of going riding regularly with people and seeing what bikes they're on and seeing what's important to them. I think in the general world of the bike industry, there's probably 200 people maybe you need to know in the bike industry, and you'll know just about all the bike industry, really. You'll know somebody who knows everybody. So it's still a pretty small world, and it's still a pretty friendly world. And there's obviously elements of big business in there, because there are millions and billions of bikes sold. But really the bike industry itself does seem like a small, friendly, pally thing where everyone's just all mates and we all get on well. And it's not really a place for big business and corporate takeovers and things. I don't think that's a bad thing, because if it was too serious, no one would want to work in it. I think the day that we have to justify everything precisely in terms of yield on marketing spend and all that kind of stuff, then it's not going to be quite as rich a world.
That's for your desk. So, or for the office.
Right.
It's a special golden Cura single track brand
with the correct logo.
Exactly. That's it.
Wow.
Hope you appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
We hope you enjoyed this episode. Please leave a comment down here and let us know what you love about Mountain Bike Media and what you don't like about them. But most important, what you think nowadays is missing in Mountain Bike Media. We would love to know about that. If you enjoyed the video today, please give us a like. If you want to follow us, please subscribe to the channel. And if you want to get notification for future episodes, please hit the bell down here. And see you next time.